I started doing some remixes for a couple of reasons. I just started doing remixes, and I would play some of them there. And I think Fraze was actually one of the first people I played a remix or something. And he was like, "Oh, can you send that to me?" And I hadn't even at that point. I think I had heard of record pools, but like and stuff like that. But I was still really new to DJing, so like the idea of sharing my edits with other people was like somewhat foreign to me. Like I knew I could put music on SoundCloud or YouTube or whatever, but I didn't realize like, oh, another DJ actually wants something I made. Like what? So that was really cool. And then the second part of the story, we booked Dibs and MGM to come through and headline at our spot. And they were doing a lot of cool edits at the time. And I'd like played some, so like I knew them and stuff, and I was like talking to them about it. And I kind of started copying their formula. So up until I met Dibs and MGM, I was making remixes where I'd strip all the instrumental, just have the acapella. And I thought, like, because I kind of learned from the EDM guys, like you had to completely change the track. Like you don't want it to sound anything like the original. You want to have like, you want to take like a pop song and make it sound like a rock song, or you want to take a rock song and make it sound like an EDM song, or like you want to make it something weird. But I was watching what they did, and they pretty much would take an original, redrum it, add a build, add a drop, go back to the original with the redrum. And I started doing that because I could pump out a remix like that in almost a day because it was a lot simpler. And it's what worked in clubs because people want to hear the original track with some added energy, have it do something fun, and then go back to the song they like, which is really how I learned what DJs want in an edit or DJs want in a remix. So I started making a bunch of those, and through actually Dibs and MGM is how I originally got my songs up on DJ City because they were involved with that. And they kind of all just started there. Other people started finding my work from there, and my stuff started going everywhere. And and then the way that it helped my career locally too is I opened at Emblem Nightclub, and I also bar backed at Emblem Nightclub when I wasn't DJing. And I would be bar backing, and some of the other Seattle DJs that I'd never met would come through, and they'd be playing my stuff. And I'd like go up to them and be like, "Hey, this is mine, by the way. I'm the bar back here," you know? And some of them thought it was like freaking cool. Like they would like take pictures with me and stuff. Like they thought I was some sort of weird celebrity. Cause like some of my stuff was being played by like a ton of people. Like they were like pretty big edits. And most of these guys were like, "What? This guy's local?" Like they had no idea that I was like bar backing at a freaking club they were playing at. But that's what gave me a shot at other spots because a lot of DJs are also booking people. So I was able to be like, "Oh, cool. Can I like come play up at your spot?" And they're like, "Heck yeah. Like you made these freaking edits that I play all the time. Like, of course you can come play my spot." Right. And so like, to me, I think my story of success, or a version of how it's easy to break into the DJ scene, is to make edits and make things that are really easily shareable. If not edits, maybe mixes or something that other local DJs, other DJs around the world, like can see and play. And while I haven't overly utilized it, I could use the same exact story to go play in pretty much any state because I have DJ connections now all over the world because they play my stuff, and I could pretty easily be like, "Hey, I want to come play with you," and they'd be like, "Yeah, I know who you are, so come DJ." So that was a really big help for me.
I agree. It's 100% how I've been able to make a career out of this and travel around and not just be stuck here locally. Yeah. It's been huge. I mean, that's how I know both of you guys. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So
and people know your name. It's awesome.
I think it's a big boost, and you know, people are always willing to help out someone else that's at least trying to help everyone else. So if we're all helping each other towards the same common goal, then you're going to get farther than if you just are asking for handouts.
Yeah, exactly.
And not actually putting anything back in the pot.
Exactly. If I just hit up those even Seattle DJs and been like, "Hey, can I come play in your spot?" They'd be like, what's this kid doing?
All right, guys, make sure y'all hit the like, subscribe, and the bell icon for more Drew and Few Show content. Thank you all for watching.
The Drew and Few Show.